Hello and welcome. My name's Aerith, and this is Macy, and this is my 15-week or 16-week free-to-play roster update. I am at 3 relic characters, looking to achieve the gear for the final relic. That's just 50 of these and another 19 of those. And that'll bring us Boba Fett up to relic levels. The next character I would like to get up to relic levels would be Kelleran Beck, but I need a ton of Kyrotex for that. I currently have 100, but I'm gonna need another 100, or at least another 40 here, just to get him to gear 12. And then I believe I need another 100 Mark 9s. These are 7s. Then I'll need 100 other Kyrotex in order to get them up to relic levels, on top of a whole bunch of other gear. Fortunately, since we are approaching 7 stars on several characters, I'll actually be able to have the energy to start farming Kyrotex. I pinned Cad Bane and IG-88 up here because, well, IG is going to be a requirement for Executor, and Cad Bane is not necessarily a requirement, but he is quite the asset for the Executor fleet. Both of them are also required as bounty hunters for the Chewbacca. Clearly, Bosk is not at 7 or 5 or 7 stars yet, so he can't help to bring Chewbacca up to unlock levels. The reason why I'm talking about Chewie is because I have both. Where are they? Han Solo. I also have Grandmaster Yoda, but that's not relevant for this conversation yet. As well as, boy, where are you at? Either way, I have CLS at 7 stars, or enough shards to be hit 7 stars. I recently got Range Trooper up to 7 stars, and Wampa also. So I have all the shards for those characters. But I'm not gearing them up yet because I want to keep my focus narrow. Executor, and then Bo-Katan Mandalore. And then, if I have any extra gear or whatever, then I can continue farming towards Galactic Legend Leia, since that's the Galactic Legend that has been voted to be my first one. If we look expansively, I moved what's his face? Stark from here, and I plan on replacing him with Royal Guard, because both Royal Guard and Palpatine are required for the Emperor shuttle. I'm not yet farming it, so it's not the fastest rush, but it is something that I need to think about for this team. They're all pilots actually on this particular team. Bounty hunters. I moved. Wow, I'm so off with names today. I moved the Mandalorian out of there, and I'm going to be replacing him with either Cad or IG-88. I think Cad might be more efficient. I'm not 100% sure. You guys can let me know if you're aware of which one would be better. I have over 500 shards of Qui-Gon Jinn, and I do intend to apply his Omicron. However, we can't even look at it. If we were to look, I do not have enough to apply an Omicron yet, so I'm not in a rush to get Qui-Gon Jinn up to 7 stars yet. Mandalorian and all of the other Mando requirements. So these are all what's needed for the Beskar Mando. As you can see, I only need 8 shards of Queel, as well as 40 shards of Cara Dune. That'll be another couple of weeks at least for Cara Dune, but once they're both leveled up, or once they're both at 7 stars, I will need to gear up Queel because he has part of the event for him alone. but I might try and see if I can kind of ignore Cara Dune and leave her at lower levels. If not, then I'll level her up. It's not a big deal, but I'd like to try with her at level 1. That would unlock Beskar Mando, which I'm also struggling to get enough shards for the Razor Crest, but the Razor Crest as well as Beskar Mando are both needed for Executor and Bo-Katan Mandalore, respectively. I have this awkward team of Imperial Troopers that are not all Imperial Troopers, because Gar Saxon here as well as Super Commando are not imps. They are Empire, they're just not imps. So for the time being, this is what my weird secondary Empire team is going to look like. Like I said, for the time being, I still need to farm Piet, as well as who's he at? Veers, General Veers, and then I can replace these two, and they can be on their team of their own, or they can be placed on a team of Darkside Mandalorians, because I will eventually need to farm Candrus Ordo, and at 4 million GP I'll get Maul, so that'll be 3, 4, and then the 5th would be Jango Fett. So I can get Darkside Mandalorians. It'll be a process. I'm almost up to 7 stars with Bas Lashan, which means this is going to be another team that will be available with Jedi. Bas Lashan leadership is actually really good until you can unlock Jedi Knight Revan, so we'll keep that in mind. And now that I have Gar Saxon at 7 stars, he's no longer needed to be farmed. What are you doing, sweetie? Gar Saxon is no longer needed in the Cantina nodes, so my Cantina farms will be either put into signal data for the upcoming relics, or because they're kind of important, Chief Chirpa, because I'm gonna need the Ewoks. I will also need to farm Princess Nisa and Wicket, because they're both requirements for C-3PO as well as Galactic Legend Leia. With that being said, Chupio will also be a requirement for Galactic Legend Leia, so basically what I'm showing is, once I complete Executor requirements and Bo-Katan Mandalore requirements, I will be moving quite directly into Galactic Legend Leia. And then I have my Night Sisters here because they're a bit of a passion project. I love the Night Sisters, and they are quite the efficient counter for Geonosians, which is a popular early game team, especially in Grand Arena. So they are something that I might farm up in the background, or well, I have been farming up in the background. Anyway, this is where my roster is at, just under 850,000 GP. I'll probably be at about 850,000 by the time I get Boba Fett up to relic levels, and my intention with him is to bring him up to the highest relic level I can. He is going to be needed at relic 8, so if I can bring him up to 7 early, then I will do that. Anyway, that's been my update for this one. Lost in Grand Arena, I got cocky and got caught out. I'm just outside of the top 50, and my fleets are not quite good enough for that, so that is what it is. And that's pretty much my update. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe if you look forward to seeing more. I am aiming for 500 subscribers by the end of July. And I would really appreciate if you could help me in achieving that. Anyway, that's it for this update. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. God bless.